Alright, so looking at your most recent brain activity, we believe you may have some form of neurodivergency. Now, that's not Splatoon 3 Octoling Pompadour hairstyle, Splatoon 3 Octoling Pompadour hairstyle, Splatoon 3 Octoling Pompadour hairstyle.
Judgment Day is coming, and so is Splatoon 3. Splatoon is Nintendo's newest big IP, and I love it. I've been following these scrunkly little squid things since day one, from the very first trailer at E3 2014. My interest has waxed and waned throughout the years, but this summer has definitely been the peak of my excitement for Nintendo's take on the shooter genre. Mostly because Splatoon 3! Splatoon 3 is gonna make it 2 weeks, 14 days exactly, and we're getting a Splatfest test fire on Saturday, August 27th, which, as long as this video doesn't get massively delayed, is tomorrow! It's funny, I'm writing this video in a Starbucks because my entire area is having an internet outage, and now I'm having to face the idea that my internet could be completely out for the Splatfest, and I am ready to throw hands! Ever since the release trailer dropped in April, I've been slowly but surely rediscovering my love for Splatoon. Just in time for the release of Splatoon 3 on September 9th, I count the days. It's been a lot of Iceberg's Pro Chara and frame-by-frame analysis videos while coping with Tenna missiles in Splatoon 2. I'm pumped and ready for Splatoon 3 and everything new and fun it's gonna be. But I'm not afraid to admit I have my worries too. Yes, the Splatoon 3 Direct showed us so much to be excited for, but I said the same thing about Mario Golf Super Rush, and look what happened there. I've been playing that game online a lot in the past year just to get the special costumes they give you every month, and rarely do I actually find any humans in the lobbies. I just end up getting master CPUs because nobody is playing this game anymore. It had barely any content at launch, and all they added post-release was a few characters and a couple new courses. But is there really anything you can do to save the game you launched with the cross-country golf level? No, you might as well not have released it at all. Mario Golf isn't the only game series in a situation like this. The other Nintendo Switch Mario Sports games, Tennis Aces and Strikers Battle League, are in the same situation. So is Nintendo Switch Sports, which is a whole different beast entirely that I refuse to go anywhere near. Nintendo's been releasing these games with almost no content at launch, leaving day one purchasers with almost nothing substantial to play. But Nintendo also keeps announcing that these games will be getting free DLC and updates! Almost as like an apology or something. We're sorry we released Mario Strikers Battle League without Daisy, who's by far the most beloved character in this spin-off series. Here she is, over a month later. Please play our game. But nothing they've added to these games has been able to save them. Sure, Fire Piranha Plant and Mario Tennis Aces is cool, but it's not enough to justify me ever picking this game up again. There's just nothing. From the very moment Splatoon 3 was revealed in the February 2021 Direct, there's been a lot of naysayers asking, what's the point of a new Splatoon game when you can just play Splatoon 2 on the same console? That doesn't make sense. And to the average eye, it doesn't. But Splatoon fans like me know better. Splatoon has always been a game driven and kept alive with its post-launch content. Both Splatoon 1 and 2 had new weapons dropping almost every week in their peak, and occasionally a new stage on top of that. These games also had entirely new game modes drop post-launch, and 2 got an entire paid DLC expansion on top of everything else it had to offer. And it's probably the best thing this series has ever given us. I love Octo expansions so much, please give us more like it. The Splatoon games have shown us how to properly do the free updates model twice before, so surely we shouldn't be worried at all about 3, right? You can see where this is going. It's been 5 years since Splatoon 2 came out, which is a double-edged sword in and of itself. It's been long enough that a sequel is probably justified, and a lot of development time could have been spent to make it feel as fresh as possible. But we're also 5 years into the Switch era. We've gotten way too many Switch games that have consistently tried and failed to follow the free update model. Who's to say Splatoon 3 isn't doomed to follow the same fate as Strikers or Switch Sports, 2 games that both released earlier this year. These free update games have been making bank too, selling millions of copies each. The Doomsdayers have good reason to assume Nintendo would just do the same with Splatoon 3, especially with its interesting promotional methods. Yeah, you knew we needed to address the elephant in the room at some point. Let's talk about the It's bad. We've technically gotten 4 trailers in the year and a half since 3 was announced, but the release date one from April was literally just raw gameplay of a match, so I won't really be talking about it as much. But I will be talking about the other 3 because, oh boy, there's a lot to talk about. The announcement trailer from the February 2021 Direct didn't show much, but what it did show looked awesome. This trailer definitely goes for a more cinematic approach, showing an apocalyptic wasteland, there we go, that caught everybody's attention. And then the hooded inkling. We see the character customization screen and an adorable little buddy. Oh, our Inkling, holding a bow-looking weapon thingy, gets up and walks past a giant fallen Eiffel Tower, and ew, looks so cool. The Inkling takes the train with their little buddy and arrives at their destination, an absolutely packed city of chaos. The launch screen drums from Splatoon 1 start building and building and building, and bam! Splatoon 3. Then a sick Splatack remix starts playing, and we get a look at a full-on 4v4 turf war match. And I'm not even gonna try explaining what goes on here, just know that it looks awesome. And we get a short glimpse at a rolling mechanic and a brand new version of the Inkzooka special from the very first Splatoon game. What? The trailer ends with a simple 2022 release date. For only showing us one new stage and one new weapon, and some hairstyles, of course, we didn't get much from this trailer. But hey, it's the announcement trailer. It's not like this is going to be a recurring problem for the entire promotional cycle of the game, right? September 2021, new Nintendo Direct, the one with the Mario voice actor reveal. No! 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 A lot of things happened in this Direct, including a new trailer for the one and only Splatoon 3. We still didn't really get any new main weapons, but we did get to see a couple new specials, including this Stipcaster thing that looks so sick. When you activate this special, you basically become Spider-Man for 10 seconds and zoom across the stage, grabbing walls and looking super cool. Museum d'Alfonsino is coming back. That's awesome. I loved that stage in the first Splatoon. It's all just so cool. I'm so excited. I love being a Splatoon fan. I love being neurodivergent. Once again, not a lot of new stuff here, but what they've shown looks incredibly promising, and development seems to be going smoothly. Story mode! Story mode! I don't know what's going on, but the Squid Sisters are back, and Agent 3 is captain now, but there's a rocket, and the Altarians have hair now, and the little buddy is still the cutest thing ever! Return of the Mammalians! Okay, this looks awesome. The Return of the Mammalians reveal is exactly what this trailer needed. Now we've gotten 2 awesome trailers in a row. Can they go for the triple? No. Whoa, Salmon Run's coming back. Who would have thought? This trailer debuted in the February 2022 Direct and was not necessary in the slightest. I'm not sorry. We all could have guessed Salmon Run, the cooperative 4 versus Horde mode introduced in Splatoon 2, would be coming back for 3. Like, come on. Literally, there was no mystery for me. The little buddy revealed in the very first trailer is just a small fry, one of the smaller salmonid creatures you fight. Nobody was shaking at the edge of their seat thinking, oh boy, will they bring Salmon Run back for Splatoon 3? I hope they do. Yes, they will. It's so obvious. The only thing that could save a Splatoon 3 Salmon Run trailer is if they showed an actual dramatically major change, which this trailer did not. Outside of 2 new bosses and a throwing mechanic, I'm not kidding you, that's all they revealed. We got nothing new outside of a teaser at the very end of the trailer showing this big salmonid thing. Okay, what is it? What does it do? How does it play? Good questions they're not getting answered yet. Coming this summer. It didn't help that this trailer was also just bad in its own right. It's weirdly paced with a super slow beginning and tons of drama and emphasis and pause put on stuff that does not hold the weight this trailer thinks it does. This is by far the worst trailer from all of Splatoon 3's promotion so far. It revealed nothing, it felt like nothing, and it was just nothing. How do you make nothing into a trailer? You'd think with an official Nintendo image like this that they'd at least try marketing the third Splatoon game, but nope. Splatoon has gotten almost no time in Nintendo's spotlight in the 18 months since it was announced, and no, the 7-Eleven dish rack pre-order bonus does not count. Most of the promotion for this game has been on Twitter. Ever since the Turf War gameplay release trailer that dropped out of nowhere in April, we've gotten consistent weekly posts on the official Splatoon Twitter account. This would be a great way to promote a game like Splatoon, as long as all of these posts were actually of a consistent quality. They are not. Most of these posts have been for clothing brands, which, like, sure, the clothing looks cool, but it's not affecting the gameplay. Show us something new. Especially with the returning brands. Like, yeah, we know Tensotech's coming back. You didn't need to tell us. Waiting for these Splatoon tweets every week has been a luck of the draw, basically, because someday we find out Zink's returning. Shocking. And then other days we find out Squid Squad and Off the Hook are coming back with banger music tracks. With these posts, we've also gotten some sneak peeks of 2 new stages. But that's not really exciting for me personally, because I can't make heads or tails of the layout with an image like this. Sorry, I'm that kind of neurodivergent. This summer was a trial of patience for Splatoon fans, with all of us on the edge of our seats just begging Nintendo to drop the inevitable Splatoon 3 Direct. And when it finally came, on Monday, August 8th, the beginning of the end, began. The 2-day wait for the Direct to air between Monday and Wednesday was the worst 2 days of my year so far. Not because anything bad happened, I'm just that impatient. That day, Wednesday, August the 10th, I was out of bed at 8 o'clock sharp with everything I needed for a proper movie night, 40 minutes before it aired. I had myself written down as busy for the entire day on my calendar, even though the Direct would only be 30 minutes. I skipped my shower because I couldn't dare risk missing even a second of this momentous, once-in-a-lifetime event. Even though I smelled like a Smash Bros fan. Alright, I'm done with that bit. Basically, the Direct slapped. It was great. Of course, the Direct gave us the basic stuff like how to ink, and how to swim, and how to breathe. Ooh, almost forgot that last one. But we also got... actually, I'll just make this a quick lightning round-esque thing. So, we got the full stage list, 12 at launch. Whoa, Mahi Mahi's back, and Hammerhead Bridges finished what? A new sword-type weapon class called Splatanas that looks awesome. The full special weapon list, which includes some returning specials from 2 like Tentamissiles. Oh no! New shopkeepers, and look how adorable they look. Aww. Merch grew up, and you can change your gear's main ability now. You can save your loadouts. An entire ranked battle system revamp. A new test range. Actual multiplayer matchmaking, replays, lockers, emotes, other customization things, dabbing, a card game that I do not care about, Salmon Run on Turf War stages, story mode exists, cool, photo mode, amiibo, and they look gorgeous, large scale, paid DLC, and that is Pearl and Marina silhouettes. All my brain cells are activating now. Shiver, Fry, Big Man, Deep Cut, 3-way Splatfest, Tricolor Turf War, Splatfest has fire on the 27th. My voice is dead now. Yeah, that's a lot of things. Pretty much all my fears about Splatoon 3 not having enough content at launch have been squashed and buried into the ground to be forgotten forever. This Direct was hype for Splatoon fans. From what I've seen online, the majority of us are extremely excited for this game to just come out already. Splatoon 3 looks fresh and new and seems to be much more than just Splatoon 2.5. Notice how I said majority, though. Yeah, there's still a decent portion of the community who believes 3 is a doomed game. I've also seen plenty of people who aren't hardcore fans and watch the Direct ask, what was different? What was new? The story mode does look extremely similar in gameplay to the first 2 games. There's barely any new weapons coming at launch. Of the 12 maps we've seen, 5 are new, 3 are from the first game, and 4 come from the second. That's more than half the stage library that's being recycled from old games. The card game, just the card game. It looks like just a mini game, not like a new ranked mode or a new multiplayer experience like Salmon Run was in Splatoon 2. It's entirely separate from the whole you're a kid, you're a squid game experience seen in pretty much every other game mode in this game. Why is there just a card game now? Well, yes, there is a ton of stuff. I can see where people come from when they see Splatoon 2 with a new coat of paint. It's a different perspective and makes sense.
Won't stop me from screaming at the TV though, yeah!
I don't care what anyone says. I am hyped for Splatoon 3, and I want to play it now! I'm not the hardest of hardcore Splatoon fans, but I am pretty hard. This game series means a lot to me, and seeing my baby grow up throughout the years and still look about as fresh as it did when it first was announced feels warm and tingly inside, you know? August, as well as the summer as a whole, has just been an obnoxious, agonizing, stretched out period of waiting mode and pain. Splatoon 3 has not been nice to neurodivergent people like me. I am going into this game's launch fully preparing myself that, yeah, maybe it could just be another Strikers Battle League situation. There very well could be nothing to this game on launch, and it's a scary thought, but also a real one that I don't want happening to Splatoon. Leave Splatoon out of whatever this is, Nintendo. Either way, I'll throw hands to get my hands on the controller when Splatoon 3 launches on September the 9th. And if you see me in the Splatfest on the 27th rocking that pompadour cut, please go easy on me. I haven't said it until now, but I'm really, really bad at Splatoon.
Hello, Micah is full of cringe.